Football Sunday with Steve, Matt, and Taz.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of College Football Sunday. I'm Steve. With me always is Taz.
What's up?
All right. So we're trying out this video stuff and our YouTube channel and all that and see how we can get this going. We'll still have the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. We want to listen to it while you're riding around, exercising, doing whatever. So please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, download, all that good stuff. So if you hit subscribe, then you'll never miss an episode when it comes out. You'll get a notification every time we drop one. So in this episode, we got a lot we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about coaches. We're going to talk about playoff expansion, which seems to be the really big deal right now. And first-time coaches under pressure, stuff like that. So, all right, first we're going to get started off, though. We're going to go with playoff expansion. So, Taz, what do you think about the playoff expansion?
Playoff expansion, in my opinion, I think 16 is enough, or maybe even more than enough. I think the 24, we know why they would want to expand to 24. I mean, for the extra revenue income. I mean, it's good to have more games. I think as far as, having good quality teams in there, I think 16 is probably more than enough. And it forces those other teams, which is on the bubble, I would say, to kind of, play better during the season. 24, you'll get some teams that probably slide in somewhat mediocre, 4 losses possibly. I don't think that should be rewarded. But I think 16 is more than enough.
Yeah. And also, too, I was listening that they were talking about, a lot of these donors who are putting up all this money. We got $20 million to share amongst all the sports, but yet we have $40-50 million rosters. Right. So somebody's fronting the bill.
Yeah.
And what they're talking about is one of the reasons for expansion is to let them feel like, okay, there's some sort of reward for our money we spent because we're making a playoff appearance, because the more these schools have to keep asking these boosters for money, the more harder it's going to get when you're missing the playoff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And at the same time, you're going to reward coaches also. Quite sure the bonuses are tied to it. As far as, hey, I made playoffs.
Yeah.
You made, one of the better seasons or not. And yet it kind of saves, I think, more of a turnover because if you have 24 teams getting in, and you know what these coaches make per year, but if these coaches aren't making it within 2 to 3 years, they're not making the playoff at all, it's something to start making changes.
Yeah.
And it'll be a constant turnover.
Oh, yeah. And I think we'll still get turnover because the bigger the field it is, the less it is to be happy that you made it.
Right.
Because you'll be happy that you made it, but then it'll start to be like, okay, we've been here 2 times. We've been here 4 times. We're there. When are we going to win?
Yeah, because you got to constantly always show improvement. Okay, well, maybe you got knocked out the first year. You need to win a game the following year, at least a game, and then show improvement. But if you're not showing improvement, of course, it's going to be turnover because teams are going to move forward to find someone who can do it better.
Exactly. You don't want to be that guy that made it to the playoff 3 straight years, yet you're 1-3. You'll get fired.
Most definitely.
So, it will save their jobs at the beginning for a little bit, but then they'll get playoff fatigue, and then they'll be like, all right, y'all, we need to start winning some of these games. Just getting here ain't going to do it. We'll see it in the professional sports,
It's also tough enough for the coaches already to where they're trying to retain rosters every year. And if you constantly having turnover, you may have won the game last year, but now you got mass turnover or key turnovers as far as key positions like quarterback. You miss on that one, man. And then your season go away, and then now the fan base and boosters are even more upset because they're not showing improvement.
Yeah. And then if they do expand to 16 or 24, more than likely they're going to get rid of conference championship games. Right. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. It is something that isn't new, but it hasn't shown to reward or hurt a team in the playoff. You look at it with Alabama last year, they got blown out and they didn't even move.
Yeah. You had a team like BYU that took a hit.
That did end up dropping after a loss.
which were they were in initially, before the playoffs. So
Yeah.
it kind of worked both ways right now.
Yeah, and then they want to shorten it down some to where they can finish the season before the end of January, which I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I do. I think there's way too many days in between games. I think it cuts down on momentum.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say even if you did play in the conference championship game until you played your first game, I mean, you're talking about almost a month.
I mean, if you take the last couple of years outside of probably what we're talking Indiana, teams with the buys normally lose that first round.
Yeah. And it's mainly probably, I think, because they've been off.
Yeah.
I mean, you play your game December 2nd, 3rd, somewhere first Saturday in December, but you don't play your first playoff game until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I mean, that's a lot of rest. Too much rest, honestly.
Yeah, you want that chemistry. If you're flowing well, man, you want to keep it going. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. A lot of the argument that they've had with the 24 is people think that it will cut back on the regular season. What do you think about that, Taz?
I don't know if it'll cut back, but it seems like it is gearing toward the regular season schedule. We see a lot of teams now canceling those home and homes. So that's the way of making that adjustment is dropping a lot of times the power 4 team and picking up maybe a group of 5 team or even a lesser conference.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of making that adjustment because now most teams, conferences are going with 9 teams.
Oh yeah,
in the conference now.
9 games.
9 games, yeah, and then they're having the one, either the rival or the Power 4 that they're playing. So yeah, you see a lot of adjustments already being made as far as these home and homes being canceled.
Yeah. Well, my thing I thought of, because a lot of people are worried about rest and stuff like that at the end of the season and everything. One thing I think that could really cut back on that would be we have to everybody has to play a rival game.
Right.
The last weekend.
Right.
You can't play a run-of-the-mill, middle of the pack team in your conference.
Homecoming game.
Yeah, sort of like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you have to keep Alabama, Auburn at the end, Florida State, Ohio State, Michigan,
Right.
USC, UCLA. You can't have let's say Michigan playing Purdue.
Right. You got to be the Ohio State game.
Yeah, it's got to be the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Like Michigan State plays Penn State, or Clemson plays South Carolina. Like I think if you do that, because that game just means more than rest or the playoff. I mean, you look at Ryan, they won a national championship. What they all say all year?
Right.
Lost Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a chip. That's cool, but we lost Michigan.
Yeah.
So I mean, those games, if you can get those, like have Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? Find a way. I think that would be a way too to try to bring some of these old rivalries that we lost back.
Right.
Make it mandatory where, okay, conference or non-conference, you have to play a rivalry game.
Yeah, last
week 12 or week whatever it is with the buys and all that. It is. So I think that's something that they need to do. I see the reason why they want to expand. If you expand to 16 teams, you're going to pick up 4 extra games, and you're going to end up losing the championship game, which generates a lot of revenue for these schools and these conferences. So you're talking about $200 million on average, some even more. I've heard almost $400 million for the SEC championship game. But just for $200 million, if we only get 4 extra games, we got to sell those for $50 million a pop.
A lot of money.
Do you think we can get $50 million a pop for four more games?
2 more games.
That's going to be at the bottom, 13 through 16.
It's a push. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know how competitive these teams going to be year in and year out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a few teams. I mean, in that lower tier, they fluctuate a lot.
Yeah.
The top tier teams, they're kind of going to be solid.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be in there every year. I mean, like I said, we do preseason, and a lot of times the same team.
Yeah.
For the most part, is at the top. But the lower tier teams, they fluctuate a little more. So I'm hoping, they got a lot of coaching changes that should affect some things too. You got a lot of good coaches that's going to some good programs that's now investing more money.
Yeah, I know, right? Ain't that something?
Yeah.
They finally decided to do that.
Right. Hopefully that can help with, with more revenue sharing to help these coaches out to kind of first retain their rosters,
Mhm.
second recruit, and then thirdly, I mean, as far as hitting the portal, they're going out and get good players. So
Now, see, if they go to 24 teams, they'll pick up an extra 12 games. And then you only got to sell those for 16 million.
So 50 to 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's trying to make up the cash difference on that. But they also said this go around too. The only reason why, and I thought this was, as y'all know how I feel about Mickey Mouse and the Mickey Mouse Mafia out there has ruined college sports. But apparently they're the only network that bid on the college football playoff, which I did not know until I heard the other day. When I was listening to Pete Thamel. He said that Fox didn't bid, CBS didn't bid, NBC didn't bid, none of them, because apparently there were bigger sports down the line that they were looking to invest in or try to get in on. He said, the NBA was available at the time. Fox ended up picking up the World Cup. That took a lot of money from them, having to bid out that and everything.
Right.
So hopefully maybe this time, whenever they do come back around for it to be up for bid again, that we'll get more networks bidding. Because right now, ESPN owns all the rights. That's why every ESPN commercial you see during college football is who's in. We've done a hell of a job selling it, But hopefully if we get more networks involved in it, then everybody will get better games. It'll generate more revenue for everybody. And then maybe they wouldn't have had to go up to 16 or even to 24.
Right. But you think possibly, I don't know, just me thinking that some of these networks, will it affect how we watch games? Because, a lot of them are shifting the streaming services also.
See, that's something I heard too, that everybody's kind of afraid of, is with these streaming services coming in, and let's say you need 50 million, you need 200 million for those 4 games.
Right.
These streaming tech businesses, that's a drop in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, and it could really screw up broadcast television for college football. If these big tech, Amazon, Netflix, all of them, if they come in.
CBS, they're linked with Paramount.
Yeah.
So you may have to go there, for a streaming service to watch a playoff game.
Exactly. And that's one thing I heard a lot of these people are scared of, is that if you have them doing it, you can't promote it, you can't boost it. You're actually going to probably end up losing revenue because of you're not selling it. You know what I'm saying, throughout the season and everything, which would be a real big problem for everybody, which I hope it doesn't go to streaming.
Yeah.
I would like to see, because right now, ESPN, they can sublet it. Like, that's why we saw, what was it last year on TBS or TNT or whatever, them 2 star games that we watched.
Right.
But like they said, ESPN is not going to give up the semifinals.
Yeah.
And even if they expand, they're going to have to resell. Or resell the deal. So they're going to have to get more people involved. But whoever wins it and gets the biggest piece of the pie, then they get the sublet and get the bigger games. So right now it's sitting like ESPN got it, and hopefully maybe Fox will kick in, maybe CBS will kick in. I think that would be cool. I mean, that's how the NFL has these big numbers, is because they have all these major networks putting in money for the TV deal.
Right. And that's another way of getting revenue for the college sport, which is growing, man. I mean, it's just as popular, I think, as some of the biggest sports, the professional sports.
But there's something this year about the playoffs I did not know. Oh, but first, but like I said, Petiti, he said plan B, we should stay with 12.
Yeah, and I think that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I think a lot of people's cool with fine. It's just some of the things, I think the way the 12 were chosen needs to be adjusted.
Yeah. Yeah, like this year, the top 4, or if you win the Power 4 conference, you get an automatic bid. You do. So, and then I think if Notre Dame's in the top 12 or something, then they get in. They do. But I'm cool with just letting 12, just let it cook for a little while.
Yeah, think it'll play itself out. I mean, it's more than enough. And then, like I said, the 13 below. I mean, hey, you just got to make some adjustments. To get in, because there's going to be some games that you probably should have won.
That's the biggest thing. Like, where do we ever get away from winning the game?
Right.
We talk more about who we lost to instead of just winning the damn game.
Yeah, it's win your game. You know, before, I mean, it wasn't that much of an issue. Teams won with the conference championship because you had the divisions. You know, that way, hey, you played your division, you lost on your side, you lost X amount of games. There's no argument because you had the head-to-heads. But now, without the head-to-heads, it's like now it's more crucial, I think, to win your games. You know, just win the games you're supposed to win.
Exactly. And I mean, every team that's missed a playoff lost a game they shouldn't have lost.
Every team.
Every single one of them. If you go down the list, everybody who is right on the cusp, you can go back, look at a game and be like, they shouldn't have lost this game. They shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have lost this game. I mean, even Notre Dame last year, and I'm really high on Notre Dame this year. But last year, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have lost to Miami. They shouldn't. They were starting a freshman quarterback, first career start, which he played really well.
Right.
You know, they didn't give Jeremiah Love the ball enough in that game, which if they would have, I think they would have won. But even in the Texas A&M game, it's a block snap. You got to make that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there was a hold on A&M at the end that they should have called. But who cares about that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and you look at Alabama when they lost at Vandy, Ole Miss when they lost at Florida. I mean, all these teams had an opportunity to make the playoff, and they lost the game they should have won.
Even Texas last year.
Same thing with Texas last year.
Win your games, man. There's no argument if you just win the game.
Exactly.
You're supposed to win.
Take it out of committee's hands. Everybody hates the committee, but you know, the team that only lost once or went undefeated, they don't give a damn about the committee.
No.
They just tell us who we gonna play.
We in.
We in regardless. Yeah. But here's something I did not know, which I thought they did anyways, but they didn't, because I was listening to our friend Josh Pate talk about the guy over the college football playoff. And this year, apparently, the number 1 seed gets to pick the quarterfinal and the semifinal game that they want to play in. And then the 2 seed gets second pick, and then the 3rd seed will pick out 1 of the 2 remaining quarterfinals, and then the 4th seed goes wherever that is. It is. So, or no, 3 and 4 wouldn't even pick because 2 will play 3 regardless. So yeah, so 1 and 2 will get to pick where they get to go. Apparently they don't do that, or they haven't been doing that because they still have bow ties to conferences like the SEC and the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, the Big Ten and the Rose Bowl, and then the ACC with the Orange Bowl and all that. Yeah. They did. So with that being said, do you think Georgia will choose to go to this is a semifinal game this year, but if it wasn't, do you think Georgia would go to the Sugar Bowl again?
Of course. There's a lot of benefit, home field, less travel, familiarity.
The Sugar Bowl?
No, not Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm asking. You think Georgia want to go back to the Sugar Bowl?
I'm thinking Peach Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Peach Bowl. But no. After the last 2 years, nah.
Georgia don't want New Orleans.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of chaos the last couple of years. Because the previous year we went, not last year, year before.
Yeah.
Chaos. And, I think they'll probably try to avoid Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. But this is something too that I heard, and a lot of people talk about on-campus playoff games, which is really cool. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But he was talking to the guy, and talking to the guy, he asked him, hey, if they expand it to 16 or 24 or whatever, will we get more home playoff games? And he's like, of course, just because of schematics, we'll end up getting more home playoff games. And then he asked them, what about the quarterfinals and the semifinals? And he made a really good point, which I felt really great about, because I'll die on the hill with this. These 6 bowl games need to be involved in the playoff. But he said that, which made a lot of sense. He said logistics and the further you get along into the season or into the playoff, like late December, early January, nobody's on campus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that home field advantage that you're getting, it really isn't one because the kids ain't there. The fans ain't there. You know what I'm saying? They're there for the first playoff game because that's right before Christmas and all that. You know what I'm saying? But if you move it to where the quarterfinals or semifinals is right before Christmas and then happening around New Year's, nobody's on campus.
Right, right. So yeah, that part of the home field is gone. You better hope your fans come out.
Yeah.
But if not, I mean, you take a team. I'm just using it for example, a team like Ole Miss last year in Indiana. Take advantage of the opportunity. They travel well.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And that home field advantage can flip.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Indiana at the Peach Bowl, that was like Bloomington South. It was. There was no green in that whole damn stadium. There wasn't. But yeah, so what they said was, and like you said, logistically, these college towns ain't set up for this.
No, they're not. They occasionally get some big games in there. Maybe some home and homes or different. Well, some of them. The SEC, they constantly got fan bases that travel.
Yeah.
Big Ten's got some fan bases that travel also to some of those schools, but yeah, some towns aren't even set up for it.
No.
They're not built for it.
No, they're not. And like he made a really good point. He was like, there's such a great relationship with New Orleans and Phoenix and Atlanta and Miami and Dallas and Tempe and whatever, LA, you know, that they're set up for this. They've been doing this. They know how to put on a good show. And like he said, a lot of these, there is no weather involved. You got to line up. It's man on man. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to prove you're the best. There is no advantage now.
Yeah, and it's week to week. There's no week off. Like once the playoffs take off, it's week to week.
Yeah.
No gap in between, or I have an open week. Before this team. Always done.
Yep, exactly. So that's our playoff look. Like I said, I'm good with letting 12 cook. Let 12 cook. Let's see where we go with that. They made a couple little tweaks. Let's see how that works. Every year, everybody ain't gonna be happy. So, I mean, we'll just have to work from there. But we do have coaches under pressure, Taz.
Yeah,
we do. Who we got under pressure this upcoming year?
Top of the list, of course, you have to say Mike Norvell at the top of the list. You know, considering the last 2 seasons, how things are going for him and his squad. And it hasn't been looking good, man. I mean, you have a team in your conference and your home state that's starting to emerge and went to the playoff last year. That's just pressure on his own.
Yep.
You know, with a coach coming in around the same time you're coming in. And he's got his team to the actual playoffs. Now, granted, okay, they got the argument of they should have been, but this team actually got to the championship game.
This team actually got in.
Yeah,
he did.
They got the championship game. So, and they're only going to recruit stronger, and they're only going to draw players, probably even more. I mean, that's a great sales for them on top of the compensation that they got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank God. I mean, for them in the ACC, you know, they were so mad they wanted to leave, and now they got uneven revenue sharing, and the money that you make in the playoff, kids, you get to collect, just like Notre Dame if you're in the ACC, which kind of led to Duke losing their quarterback this year because they had just free cash laying around through this little run they made. They did. I heard they made like 40, 50 million, something like that. Might be more. It was off of this. I mean, you look at Mike's record right now. He's 38-34 at Florida State, but 23 of them 38 wins came in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last 2, it's been 5 wins. Or 7 wins, I'm sorry.
The last 2 years combined.
Yeah, 5-win season in 2 years.
Haven't won a road game since 2023 at Florida.
That's not good. That's not good.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it should have been balanced, but when you're that bad, it's going to draw attention that we can't win on the road.
He's 15-30 if you get rid of those 2 seasons, Taz.
Right.
And he has no help or no support. They don't want nothing to do with that man. They don't.
Work magic. You have to
do more with less.
That's it.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
That's it.
It is. But he has that big buyout to ask.
He's got the buyout. It's not going away anytime soon. So you just gotta have to bite the bullet at some point and make that call. But at the same time, when you make that call, you better hit on the next one.
But you ain't got no money.
You better hit on the next one. Money or not, you better hit on the next one.
I think personally he still has another year.
But I don't know, man. I'm hearing different. I'm hearing different. If it's just making a bowl type record, I think it's done.
You think he'll win 6 games?
You know, it's hard to say because you gotta look at his first maybe 5 to 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a winning record, because you start with New Mexico State.
Let me see. I know they got Alabama.
I think it's New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Alabama's like third game.
Yeah.
I think SMU's Alabama.
Oh yeah, no, SMU is
Second.
no, it's on a New Year's Day. Yeah, they get or not New Year's Day, Memorial Day. Yeah, so they got New Mexico or Labor Day. Yeah,
Okay.
one of them holidays.
Yeah.
So they get New Mexico State at home. They
Mhm.
get SMU at home.
Okay.
Then they go to Alabama,
Okay.
Central Arkansas at home,
Mhm.
Virginia at home,
Mm-hmm.
at Louisville,
Mm-hmm.
at Miami.
Right there, based on what his record may be, because you got SMU,
Mm-hmm.
you have Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
you have a Louisville team,
Mm-hmm.
you have a Miami team,
And a Virginia team that
and a
beat it.
Virginia team that beat them. So if you don't win those 5 and you're 2-5, I don't think you make it.
You don't even think you make it through the year?
No,
Oh,
I don't think you make it through the year.
is that some? That's some big board material right there, Taz.
I don't think you make it through the year.
You don't think Norvell makes it through the year?
No,
I think he makes it through next season.
Where isn't the bye? Is it after Miami? When's the bye?
Yeah, after Miami,
After Miami.
and then they get Clemson at home on Halloween.
After that Miami game, based off the record, that's an opportunity to make that switch.
He ain't getting no cheaper.
No, he ain't getting any better either.
That's messed up. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
And it don't get no easier because after the bye, they get Clemson at home.
Right.
They go to Boston College in November.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to Pitt right after that, mid-November. NC State at home, which will be better this year. And then on the day after thanks, I can't get my holidays right. The day after Thanksgiving, they play Florida at home.
Yeah. I mean, think about what would if they come out losing a record
Mm-hmm.
after that Miami, what's the mindset of the player?
Oh, it's over with. I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how is the play of Austin Daniels, or have you made a quarterback change in the midst of it?
I've not been hearing good things about him.
Yeah,
I hear that situation is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, he'll mention it just to kind of encourage the kid, of course, and then they'll say things like, "Well, we got summer to correct it," things of that nature. So, I mean, try to keep the confidence of the players,
Mm-hmm.
of course. But once the road meet the road,
It's on.
it's on the road. It's gonna be there.
Maybe we'll get to ask him at media days this year.
Possibly.
See if he comes out with all that fire like he
Energy.
did. Oh yeah, he came out with big energy. I'll say it that way. That's a polite way to say it. But he had big energy coming out there last year at media days. He did. They toned that down for the television for everybody else. But if you was there in the room, you felt that big energy he came in there with.
First down the podium.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then he proceeded to go 5-7. So, all right. So, yep, Mike Norvell really under pressure this year. But hey, you're not the only one. So,
Maybe not.
next we got here is Shane Beamer.
Beamer ball.
Mm-hmm. Mediocre.
Man, I remember Beamer.
Which one?
When I think about Beamer, I'm thinking about the first year.
I think about the dad.
Well, no, I'm thinking about that also. But I'm thinking about him,
Mm-hmm.
his first year at South Carolina, man. The swag, the sunglasses,
Oh, yeah.
the boasting, the chest bumps.
Mm-hmm.
All that kind of calmed down after a while.
He's gone kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
He has 7-6, 8-5, 5-7, 9-4, 4-8.
Yeah. And man, and not like I said, he has. I would say that even though the record the way it is,
Mhm.
we see they have crazy potential. I hate to use the word.
Potential get you fired,
To get
Taz.
you fired. But I mean, you look at that team and how that team played the first half against Texas A&M.
Hmm.
That team played as well as any other team in the country playing. It was how they finished.
Horribly.
Horrible. I mean, how do you just totally just go away that game?
Mm.
You know, you have all the momentum going in. You have a team. I mean, you got your foot on the neck.
Hmm.
You got to keep it going. And what happened? You allowed them to get momentum.
Yep. And it was over after
You
that.
couldn't turn it off.
No, I believe in momentum over home field advantage.
Right.
Because once momentum kicks in, it don't matter where the hell you playing. You be playing in the parking lot. You could. So you say might get canned during the season.
Mhm.
What about Shane?
Shane potentially could get canned by the game season.
You want to go over the schedule real quick?
Go over the schedule.
All right. So first we have Kent State at home,
Mm-hmm.
Townsend at home, Mississippi State at home. Here we go. We're 3-0, right? I'll say probably 3-0. Yeah, don't lose to Mississippi State, but we'll just give that.
Right.
All right, here we go. Now we go to Alabama. L. You get Kentucky at home. New coach, new offense. Should be rolling.
Yeah.
L. We go to the Swamp. L.
Yeah.
Tennessee at home. L.
Yeah, it's a potential down spot, but at the same time, it's a potential look. You gotta take that thing one game at a time.
Oh, they're going to. They're going to take it one loss at a time. At Oklahoma.
Yeah. They're on the road a lot.
A&M at home.
The team they lost
L.
last year. Yeah.
Revenge, maybe.
It could be.
All right, here we go. It gets a little easier, Taz. At Arkansas.
Okay.
I don't think he makes it to Arkansas if he get fired during the year.
Yeah, where's the bye located?
The bye is located after the Florida game before Tennessee at home.
So there's a possibility.
No, because he'll be 3-0, and then if he loses he'll be like 3-3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll still keep hope alive. And then last two games of the season back to back. Georgia at home, at Clemson.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Doesn't even get 4 wins. I see 4 wins. Arkansas,
the 2 first games.
Kent State, Townsend, Mississippi State. I don't see him winning at Alabama. Kentucky, I'll give you a coin toss.
Yeah, it could be a coin toss.
I don't see him winning at Florida. I don't see him beating Tennessee at home.
Maybe Clemson. I don't know.
Oklahoma on the road, A&M at home, Georgia at home.
He's gonna need North South to step up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be a Vince Young, Johnny Manziel type.
I mean, he can be Diego Pavi.
Well, yeah, it could be that.
If he can have that type of leadership.
Yeah, except for without the attitude. Yeah.
I think with that mindset that Pavi had, it's like we're always in the game.
Oh yeah, and I think they'll be close games.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I don't think they'll get blown out, but. So, does he make it through the year, or at least the end of the year, or is he looking for a job next year?
Right now, I would say possibly they keep him, but I think it's going to depend on how these games look.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it's going to depend on how they look.
All right, we got 3 more coaches. Next coach, Luke Fickell, Wisconsin.
Fickell, man, I'm expecting more from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with him being, a great OC, potentially coming in, at least in that conference. We have the potential. Wisconsin is investing. Wisconsin.
Well, Wisconsin's investing now.
Yeah.
They finally said this year that they are investing. So I kind of like that for him. I do. And people forget, this man had one of the toughest schedules in the country last year.
Yeah.
He did go 4-8, but it was a tough 4-8 that he had. I mean, it was week in, week out.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like this, man. We play who's on our schedule.
Oh yeah, no excuses, no excuses.
Just lace them up.
Mm-hmm.
Just lace them up. You know, like I said, it's I don't know if he's actually gotten it stable like he wanted. Like I said, it's hard, man, when there's so much turnover year in year out with his
Mm-hmm.
roster. So his thing is like some of these coaches is trying to convince these players to stay and develop when you have a record like a 4-8.
Yeah.
You know, people poaching at your roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh yeah, because he has good players and he's a
Right.
hell of a developer. He
Right.
is great defensive mind.
because I've seen his players leave and do well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had them on the roster, just convincing them to stay. But this is the new age of college football. It's not like, okay, these guys had a 1 year transfer and they can't keep moving.
Yeah.
I think he will be better with the old way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but unfortunately it's not that way. So just it's tough. It's tough week in, year in, year out, man. And even the Big Ten's getting better,
Yeah.
you know, across the board.
Yep. So this is his fourth full year. He had an interim coach job as for the bowl game or whatever in 22. But he went 7-6, 5-7, 4-8. So he's trending down. He is 17-21 overall, 16-21 the last 3 years. Let's go over their schedule and see, can we be at least can we get to a bowl game? I think a bowl game keeps his job. I mean, I think it's still with him, it's still too early. You know, these other coaches have been here 6 years, 5 years, 6 years. You know what I'm saying? He's been here 3. So we got to give him a little bit of grace.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But with the schedule, starts off with Notre Dame at Lambeau Field.
Okay.
So let's just try not to get embarrassed. Western Illinois at home, that's a win. Eastern Michigan at home, that's a win. Gotta love directional state schools. Then here we go, a little bit of a challenge at Penn State.
Mhm.
Michigan State at home. That's going to be a tough one. Yeah. At UCLA, another first-year head coach.
Right.
Lincoln Riley comes to Wisconsin October 24th.
Mhm.
That could be a sneaky good
It's
game.
gonna be a real good game.
Mm-hmm. At Iowa on Halloween.
It's gonna be defense.
Yeah. Then they get Rutgers at home. That has one of the best wide receivers in the country that we'll talk about during our preview shows.
Could be good.
Yeah. At Maryland, could win there.
Yeah.
At Purdue, could win there. And then PJ, Minnesota at home. So let's see. They'll beat Western Michigan, beat Eastern Michigan, or Western Illinois, Eastern Michigan. They can beat Rutgers, they can beat Maryland, they can beat Purdue. That's 5.
That's 5 there. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you have a Michigan State, UCLA, Penn State, all the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So you can possibly win a couple of things.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, that's a rivalry game. So, I mean, you can get up for that one. So, yeah, he might get to 6. He might. I could see him getting to 6.
Yeah.
But
is that good? I mean, considering now, man, when you seeing bars being set,
man, it's hard.
And now you got Willingham coming in Michigan. He's going to be compared to Willingham. He's coming in after fixing the program.
Oh, like I said, Cignetti winning that national championship was one of the worst things that could happen for coaches.
Yeah.
Because it proved that you can do it in a short period of time.
Work for those coaches in the same conference.
Yeah, exactly.
He did it in your conference.
Yeah, that's even worse.
And then he doesn't need a Matt Campbell or Pat Fitzgerald to come in and show improvement in year 1, and then you're still trending the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to help.
No. But I still think we got to give him a little bit of time. I think 3 years, that's a little. 4 years, 3.5, 4 years, that's just enough. Not enough. I mean,
I get it, but you got to think now. I'm talking UCLA, a group of 5 coach. He's coming to your conference. He's gonna be head to head. You better beat that dude.
Oh yeah, that's where James Madison got went.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he's gonna be compared to a lot of coaches in this conference. And if you don't beat those teams, man, it's like, dude, you've been here for 3-4 years. This dude just got
here.
Yeah. With a team, you gotta stay in turmoil for the new coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he come in and show improvement that way and being more competitive. You gotta look at you a certain way.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Next we got here is Dave Aranda. Dave Aranda, Big
Yeah.
12 champ. Yeah, won the Big 12 against
Yeah.
Oklahoma State
Okay.
in 2021. Was 36 and 37. He's another coach that's been having trouble. Saved his job because they fired the AD. So you don't fire the head coach when you fire the AD. So, but you got a new one now.
Mhm.
So he started out 2-7 in 2020, which, like I tell everybody, that year don't count. 21 went 12-2, 22 went 6-7, 23 3-9, then 8-5, and then 5-7 last year. How many wins does Dave Aranda need, and how big does the fan base think that? What are the expectations for the Baylor fan base first? Because we're ready to fire a coach that's 500. Really, what is Baylor?
But over the years, I've seen them. I've seen the expectation fluctuate.
Mhm.
I've seen Browse come in there and set an expectation for that office.
Oh yeah, it set a whole different set of expectations.
Browse came in, lit it up. Offense, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the expectations went up. I mean, because they were competing with the best. That's when Texas and Oklahoma, everyone was there.
Mm-hmm.
It did drop a little bit, you know, after Brown, but I still think that the expectation is conference championship should be, and possibly playoffs. Considering now, when you lose to Texas and Oklahoma, you know, those brands out of there. I mean, it's wide open.
Should be.
Yeah, it should be. It should be just wide open. Because who are we considering initially when they left? Probably you were talking probably Oklahoma, probably taking the next step, which they did. And TCU took a step, but then at the same time they stepped back.
Mm-hmm.
This before the Pac-12 teams came over.
Yeah.
But now you have them and SMU, of course.
Well, they're out in ACC.
But in ACC, yeah. In ACC. Houston went there.
Yeah. Houston. Yeah, right. H-Town, baby.
Right. But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, if you were to choose, it would say, okay, who's head and shoulders of everyone in the Big 12? There's no one head and shoulders.
Well, Texas Tech spend the most money right now.
Spend the most money. And like I said, that's all recent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before, they weren't like the dominant team or anything.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got Texas Tech, but outside of that, who?
I can see Oklahoma State this year. I'm really big on them. I can see them actually winning the conference this year.
Right. I mean, he did some thing, bring everybody over, but it's like, yeah, but you're a new kid on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as the stability, you would think that Baylor would have been one of those teams to take the next step.
You would have thought.
Yeah.
So how many wins does he need?
Oh, man. I think he needs about 9.
9? Holy.
I do. I think he needs
9?
About 9. Yeah, think about it. Pull it up.
Let's see if he has 9 on his schedule.
Pull it up. Colorado's not doing well.
All right, so
go ahead.
They got at Auburn, first game.
Okay, new head coach.
Yep. Prairie View, they'll win that one.
Okay.
Louisiana Tech at home,
okay.
Win that one. Colorado at home,
okay.
Win that one. At Arizona State, that's a tough play to play.
Yeah.
TCU at home.
They fluctuate.
Yeah. At Kansas, they can win that one.
Yeah.
At UCF, they can win that one.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State at home, a lot of players left. New coach. I think Baylor could have the upper hand on that one.
Mm-hmm.
At BYU, I don't see him winning that one. Texas Tech at home.
Yeah.
At Houston.
Well, I'm just throwing out the quarterback. May or may not be there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
At Houston. Houston gonna be a lot better this year.
Yeah.
So let's see. I see 1,
that's about 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
That's about 8.
7 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 7 and 5, 8 and 4 keeps his job.
Yeah.
Okay, we're cheering for you, Baylor. We are.
Yeah. Like I said, I can see possibly 9.
Could be upset here or there.
Yeah.
Yep, get one out of here. One of these games. All right, so I think Aranda can save his job. We're cheering for you, Dave.
Of course, but I think you need to take that step. You need to at least be in the conference championship.
Conversation.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I think they got to at least be in the conversation.
Right.
All right. So our next coach that we have here, and some people would think, oh man, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? He's 48-20. He's made 2 playoff appearances. He's played in the SEC championship game. He's won the Big 12 championship game. Why would he be on the hot seat? And that is Steve Sarkisian.
Pressure. It's pressure, and especially in expectations.
Yeah.
They're expecting to win.
Oh, well, most definitely.
They're expecting to win. I mean, he's teetered around and he's made the playoffs. Conference championship games.
Been there.
Okay. What's the next step?
Championship. And he has the quote unquote Heisman front runner.
He may have 2 of them.
He might have 2 of them.
I mean, look what he did. You already had Arch. You added Cam Coleman. You added the running back from North Carolina State. You added Will Muschamp.
Yep.
You brought in Stoops.
Yeah.
Stoops. Okay. So they're going all in as far as, trying to take this next step.
Yeah.
Beating the teams in the conference, the Texas A&Ms, the Georgias, the Alabamas, and of course, Lane's coming in and all this chaos. And I mean, look what Ole Miss did. It's like, okay, Ole Miss did that, So it's like, dude, you got to take that next step. You got to be that big boss on there. You got to take out home.
Yeah. With hopefully this time a healthy Mateer, because he was not healthy last year.
Right. So the expectations are championship
or bust.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to just teeter around, playoffs, get in there and lose, talk next year. You got all these players rolling in. I mean, you lost a lot of offensive linemen, things of that nature. You probably want to lose Arch this year, lose Coleman this year. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have a totally different team.
Totally different.
As far as next year also. Probably a younger team. So now you're gonna probably have to go out and poach some more players out of the portal. The recruiting's going well, of course. But I mean, you can't keep doing this and then you have other coaches or new coaches, they start ascending. You see what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I mean, you're going to be compared to Texas A&M. You're going to be compared to Oklahoma. Those are your rivals.
Yep.
They're spending like you're spending. And but if you're not taking that next step, it's like, if now win, sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. And this is my thing too. Do you think it's stress or Ozempic? Because he's lost a lot of weight since the off season.
No,
I think it's Ozempic.
You think it's Ozempic? You don't think it's a mixture?
It could be. It could be. So let's look at this schedule that Texas has, because it ain't for the faint of heart. They got Texas State at home. Woo. They get Ohio State at home. Then they get UTSA at home. God love the non-conference. Ohio State gonna be a good game. Them other 2 games, garbage. And that's their non-conference. Then we get in the conference play at the end of September. We got to go to Tennessee. Get Oklahoma at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. Get Florida at home. Get Ole Miss at home. Damn, how many home games they got?
It's a heavy year.
Yeah.
And 9 games also.
Yeah. Mississippi State at home. They got to go to Missouri in November. They got to go to Baton Rouge in Death Valley in mid-November. Arkansas at home. Or no, I think, are they playing that one at home or are they playing that one? Oh, yeah, they're actually going to play it at home. Yeah, I thought they might play at Jerry World. And then they got to go to Texas A&M.
Not a cakewalk.
No, by no means.
I mean, you can boost your resume or you can take a hit early.
They got 7 home games.
Yeah. But that's even more pressure.
1 neutral site, 4 true road games.
Right, because you're going to be playing at home.
Yeah.
You got to defend home field.
They're true. Listen to these 4 true road games. Tennessee, Missouri, LSU, and A&M. 3 of the last 4 games of the season are on the road.
Yeah.
It pretty hostile
So
environments.
he's gotta get those early games.
Mm,
You got to, because on the back end you're gonna be on the road.
yeah.
You're gonna be on the road. So he's gotta hit early.
How many wins do they have? Do they make the playoff or miss the playoff this year?
That's a good one.
What record gets them in the playoff? 10-2?
Yeah.
9-3, they miss it again.
Yeah, I think in 22. We had 12.
Yeah.
10-2.
Ohio State, I think they lose. Tennessee gonna be tough.
Can they go Tennessee or Tennessee?
To Tennessee.
They go to Tennessee. And Tennessee, one of those teams that can jump out on you early in the first half.
They can jump on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma and Dallas, they got revenge on their mind.
Yeah, it's always a good game.
Always a good game.
Yeah.
Ole Miss and Chamberlain and Lacey coming in.
Offense better be on point.
I don't think Ole Miss can probably stop anybody, but
Yeah, but they can score.
yeah. Mississippi State, whatever.
I should take them.
Florida at home.
That's gonna be an interesting game.
We saw what happened at the Swamp last year.
Yeah.
We did.
And new staff and better players.
Exactly. And they still won last year,
Yeah.
despite all those downsides.
Yeah.
At LSU in Baton Rouge, you know that's a night game.
Night game, and that's gonna be hostile environment, baby.
Mhm.
By that time, Lane probably clicking.
Oh, he'll be clicking by then because we're talking about mid-November.
Yeah, they clicking by then, bro.
And then at A&M, they need the revenge. They gotta have. They started this new series back over, and Texas has won both times. They won at A&M 2 years ago, and then they won at home last year. So
Yeah.
it's all on A&M, especially the way they finished last year. You know what I'm saying? They lost that game. They lost the playoff game. Losing that game, they missed out on the championship game. Like, I mean, A&M fell apart last year at the end of the year. But going 10-2 with that schedule, they go 10-2 in that schedule, Arch Manning wins the Heisman.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means you beating playoff teams.
Oh, most definitely.
Beating playoff teams.
Most definitely.
So definitely
I mean, you can come out the jump and you could go to the Cotton Bowl 2-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Losing to Ohio State at home and at Tennessee.
That's pressure.
You could be 2-2 going into that game. And then you can't lose another game. And you got Oklahoma, Florida, Ole Miss, Missouri, LSU, and A&M.
Yeah.
I don't see 10-2.
No, because they always have those games where they don't seem like they show up. Now, granted, they got Coleman over there, so they're gonna be working him.
Yeah, but you got to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do. And apparently, I guess there's a high-speed chase outside. But I live in a good neighborhood now. I would expect it in the old
I want to
neighborhood.
be nice. I'm just gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
Does Sark make it through next year? If Arch decides to go pro, because Arch can't come back.
I think right now Sark is good because if they're looking across the landscape, it's like, where are you gonna replace Sark with? I think they at least running back with Muschamp at defense. Defense coordinator. At least,
So you think they run it back?
Yeah, I think they'll run it back with Sark. I think so.
But Arch being this legacy kid and all the expectations, you
They're
can't win it
checking-
with him.
They're expecting a championship
Oh, most definitely.
out of Arch.
I just don't think they got the schedule to get there and do it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like I said, if they go 10-2, Arch wins the Heisman. You
Yeah.
can bet money on that. Because with that type of schedule,
Yeah.
he's gonna have plenty of Heisman moments because everybody he's gonna play gonna be a televised, damn good
Yeah,
game.
it's gonna have a lot of airtime.
Yeah, it's gonna have a lot of expectation attached to it. So if he does, I mean that's the only way they make the playoff.
I think 10-2.
Yeah.
10-2. 9 wins, you may not make it, bro.
No, exactly. Which that brings us into our next topic, Taz. And this was a good one that you came up with.
Mhm.
It was. So with this playoff this year in the 12 team, as we're talking about Clark and these other coaches. I don't think these other coaches we talked about will be in this discussion,
Mhm.
but the national champion winner this year, I'll let you introduce it.
Okay.
You came up with it, Taz. You introduce
It's
it.
all good. We're together.
Yeah.
We're together.
Introduce the next topic, Taz.
Okay, next topic is this. This year's championship. Are we taking one of the championship coaches or are we taking the field?
Mm,
Championship coaches that have won a championship is Dabo Swinney,
mm,
Kirby Smart,
yeah.
Ryan Day,
Mhm,
and my man Signet.
mm.
So are we taking one of those guys to have a championship or are we taking the field?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
The
Ooh.
field, there's a lot of coaches, but you have these.
Yeah, there's 34 other coaches.
Right. So will we have a first year coach to win a championship? Or will we have one of these repeat coaches?
My number one team this year that I think is going to win it all, will be a new coach.
Okay.
It will. And that's Marcus Freeman. I think Notre Dame. I'm marking it now.
Notre Dame has
on Memorial Day. We're doing this during Memorial Day, May 25th. I'm picking Notre Dame as my national champion, and Marcus Freeman gets his chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I think you have to put him at top of that list around there. So you put him possibly a Mario Cristobal. You got to give him an
Do
opportunity.
you trust him?
Yeah, but he went there. He got hot at the right time.
He did have an upgraded quarterback.
Got upgraded quarterback. He still got a good running game. He's lost some offensive line, couple of defense, but he replaced them with some guys on defense.
Yeah.
You have Tony. You add some other weapons to help him out. And you know the style of play that Mario's going to play.
Has Miami gotten to that point now, like some of these other schools, where they don't rebuild, they reload?
Right. I think right now they to the point where they're reloading. By portal for the most part, for the big hitters, and hitting some high schoolers. But yeah, I think they've gotten to that point. I mean, with the current setup, it's just reloading. I mean, you look at the last 3 years at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
I mean, they're recruiting quarterbacks, but they're not looking for quarterbacks in high school to lead them.
Yeah.
You know, they're going and poaching someone else's quarterback.
I got one for you.
Shoot.
Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning. Yeah.
He got a really good squad this year.
Really good squad. We'll see how it works because he lost 2 coordinators.
His quarterback's back.
Yeah, quarterback's back. He lost 2 coordinators. And he's got Evan Stewart back over there. So yeah, I will put them as a potential first year team of winning.
Yeah.
So that's 3 of them.
Can the quarterback overshadow, or not overshadow, but kind of gloss over having a new coordinator? Because the defense I'm not worried about, because Dan Lanning is going to be, he's from the Kirby Smart tree and Nick Saban tree. He's going to have hands on with the defense. Can getting Dante Moore back, having Evan Stewart back this year, can that kind of gloss over where, okay, we got a new coordinator, but we feel like we're going to be all right because of the players that we have leading us?
I think if the coordinator makes the adjustment and say, you know what, I'm going to change versus forcing them to change.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some situations where, granted, small portions. We always go back to this one. Alabama, Lane had the offense rolling well. They made that switch at the end with Sark.
Yeah.
With Sark may not have been as aggressive as Lane.
No.
That could make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
He blew that game.
You know, that makes a difference. So it depends on the tendency of the coordinator. You know, when is he going to run up tempo? Yeah. You know, things of that nature. Will Stein have a feel for the team. Versus this guy's he's trying to learn the feel of the team. Yeah. You know, so he could come in and, you know, and enhance it, keep it going, or he could set them back. Basically, what you do. Because, I mean, think about this. We saw Ohio State one year, Ryan Day calling plays, and there was oftentimes he was up in the run.
Yeah. Been
It
got
is
called
more-
for that for years.
Right. So you go get a guy like Chip Kelly, bring him in. He's more of a balance. He doesn't
Mhm.
totally forget the run. He balances with the pass.
They actually run the ball more than they'll throw it.
So that's what I'm saying. It depends on the offensive coordinator if he's willing to make the adjustment,
Mm.
or he's going to try to force these players to make the adjustment.
Gotcha. You got any other coaches that might be on there on that list?
I consider the $40 million man, Lane.
Yeah, Lane.
You know, if he can put that thing together, you know, I think he can. He's recruited well. He's ported well.
Yeah.
He's retained some guys.
Do you trust the quarterback?
That's the thing. I don't know if the quarterback's going to be. Well, you got to consider. You mentioned yourself. Trinidad wasn't a starter
Yeah,
last year.
that is true.
You
Yeah.
know,
He started with Austin Simmons and ended up going with Trinidad. And
right? It's more.
that just changed the whole.
It's more. Are you trusting Lane and you trusting Charlie Weiss? That's the thing. I think he can be a coach that can come in and he can make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
He can make some noise. So other first year coaches, who I think is on the list.
But I mean, it's still going to be hard to go against Signetti, Ryan Day, Dabo. He can win the ACC and get in there, and then who knows what happens once you get there. Or Kirby.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure Indiana, Ohio State, and Georgia are probably, I don't know the bet odds or whatever right now, but they're probably the top 3 bet odds to win a national championship.
Right. Those, I would say those will be the top teams.
Coach them big games, can win big games.
Yeah, like I said, you can. And a lot of it, man, it plays out just like every other sport. Depends on the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Who you matched up against. You can get hot. You match up against somebody. Miami got in there and got hot.
Yep.
Has some good matchups.
Exactly.
And mismatches for them. And like I said, Dan Lannon can get in there and get some mismatches. You mentioned Marcus Freeman. He get in there.
Mm-hmm.
He can cause some noise.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know.
Yep. So who you got, Taz? I'm gonna take the field because I'm going with Freeman. What you think?
To win it again, oh man, I'm leaning. But that's Cincinnati, man.
You don't have some Nettie running back?
Yeah. I'm thinking field though, but
Like I said, that's a really good question, man.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be hard to go back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Back is hard. I'm going field, man.
Field? All
I'm
right.
going field. Yeah.
All right. Both of us got the field, but hey, that's just up where it's Memorial Day, so we probably change it down the road. Yep. Here goes one that is going to be an easy one for me. I don't know about you, but it is for me. Franklin or Campbell?
Oh, definitely I'm going Franklin.
Who has more wins this year?
I think Franklin for most reasons. One, I think his conference not as tough as Campbell's. And I think, man, he's a heck of a coach.
Yeah.
He's added some good coaches around him also. That's one sign of having a good team
Mm-hmm.
is the coach that you bring in with you.
Yep.
The coach, your coach.
And the recruiting.
And the recruiting.
I mean, look at it. He pretty much cleaned out Penn State between recruits and transfers.
Right.
And all that. And I mean, this is a team. I mean, think about it last year. Who would have ever thunk it? That going into that Oregon game, he was the number 2 team in the country. And 3 weeks later, he's unemployed.
Yeah. And I mean, he did something that's rare also. You kept the previous head coach on as a coordinator.
That's our boy,
Yeah.
Brent Pry. That's our boy. Yeah, I wish he'd be at media days, but he won't. Franklin will, but he won't.
But that's something also I think that should happen also, probably down the line. Bring at least one coordinator with you.
Yeah, why not? Make it fun.
Yeah.
Give an extra set of years to give their insight on what's going on that they're seeing.
Right. He can either be there or he can just be in the breakout.
Yeah. How many? Penn State apparently was not happy going 10-2.
No.
Apparently, I mean, why? Who? I mean, 10-2 is an awesome year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever. So, how many 8-4 seasons of Matt Campbell do you think they'll deal with before?
Maybe 3 to 4, man.
Yeah, I can see us having this discussion in 3 years, talking about he's on the hot seat.
He's gonna be compared to Franklin.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
offer it, and then
he'll win a conference championship in the first 3 years.
yeah.
He will.
Oh, you saying
Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the first 3 years, he'll win a conference championship and make the playoff
Right.
at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
He will. He might compete for it this year, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they still got a conference championship game, so
Yeah. He could still be in it.
Mm-hmm.
He will. He'll be in it before Campbell will.
Yeah, Campbell. Like I said, Campbell's Campbell. He showed us the best that he can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he should have been one of those coaches who took that next step.
Yeah.
In the conference, but he didn't actually take it.
Nope, they sure didn't. So we got whatchamacallit. We got one more topic that we want to get to on this show. We do. And this is something that'll be pretty interesting, is first time SEC coaches, who will have the best record? So we got a list of 5 different candidates. We got Summerall at Florida, Golesh at Auburn, Golden at Ole Miss, Silverfield at Arkansas, and Stein at Kentucky. So, out of those 5, who will have the best record? Pretty sure none of them will get fired.
Right.
They won't. But who will generate the best record?
Just me looking. I think barring injury, I do think Summerall will probably have a better one. Not just because of he's the fired coach. I think his coaching staff.
Yeah.
That he put together. I went and watched the previous games of Brad Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Now Kentucky didn't win a lot of games.
They were competitive,
but they were in those games.
They should have.
They didn't give up much. I mean, there was a couple games they did, but they were competitive.
Yeah.
You know, in most of those games, now they were giving up, plays later, but they didn't have an offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but seeing him and how he held some of those playoff teams in check,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's going to a place where he's got some good players there also, and he's got a guy like Buster on the other side that can generate points, and I think will help his defense. I think he'll have the better season.
Yeah, I do too. I do. Golden was one of those ones that we kind of just threw out there because we was like, well, I mean, technically he is a first-time head coach in the SEC.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't have Lane on here, because Lane went from SEC to SEC.
Right.
That's why that really don't count. But with Golden, I think with Trinidad getting cleared to come back, Lacey coming back,
big
man. And hopefully they got to do something with that defense where they can stop the damn run, because they couldn't stop a nosebleed last year.
Yeah. And how does the new coach, especially the new OC, the play caller, he messed with Trinidad versus Charlie Weiss messing with Trinidad?
Mm-hmm.
There was a reason they wanted to keep Charlie on through that playoffs.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
So how does this new coach mesh with him as far as the play calling and putting him in the best positions? Personnel, running where you're gonna run 3 receivers, 4 receivers, run the ball with Lacey Moore. So all that matters with the new coordinator. So we'll see how that mesh out. But I think Summerall, probably Golesh.
Yeah.
Or Golden. They got Golden and
Golden. Yeah. Golden at 2.
Yeah.
What about who you think for 3, Taz?
I think Golesh has a good opportunity also because, one, he brought over a lot of players and his quarterback with him.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he retained that defensive coordinator. Retained that defense.
Yeah. Which I didn't realize the quarterback was that big. Like I said, when we was talking about, I could have swore he was a little guy, but that must have been the quarterback before.
Right.
At South Florida.
Yeah, the thing with Golesh, a lot of people not really talking about is retaining the D coordinator.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Because that Auburn defense is legit.
Mm-hmm.
They are. What about Will Stein in Kentucky?
Will Stein, I think he'll do well. I don't know if he has all the pieces that he needs right now, as far as the offense. To run what he wants to run. You got to consider offensive line.
Yeah.
Running offense. And also you got to consider defense. Will that still be intact and kind of help him out? Because the defense struggling, which, They got the D coordinator from Texas A&M.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And so it just depends on how all of those things mesh. You know? But if he's got what he needs, over there, it's not going to be just line up with a run. It's going to be as fine tuned as Oregon's offense.
Yeah.
No, he's got to get those guys up to speed to run it off. So it depends on how quickly he can get it up. It depends on how successful he's going to be.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We got a boy Severnfield over at Arkansas.
Yeah, and most aren't giving him an opportunity to probably make the playoffs.
Playoffs?
You
got me sounding like Jim Moore over here.
Because you got to consider he's coming in, which I don't think Sam Pittman completely left things bare.
No.
But yeah, he's got to come in, implement the system, get guys up to speed. I mean, he don't, as far as we know, the top coaches coming with him. I think it's going to be, a challenge for him the first year.
Well, this is the thing. You got Walmart backing you at Arkansas.
I get it. Yeah.
What is holding Arkansas back, do you think?
I think
they ain't been successful for a minute.
I know, but it still comes. It's weird. I think it's they're one of those teams where you got to get the right guy,
like Petrino.
Yeah, you got to get the right coach in there. Then there's some, like I said, you don't really have to have the best coach in there because you're gonna recruit well regardless.
Yeah,
you're gonna be back regardless. But you the thing is, the Arkansas is like even one just convincing players to come to Arkansas. You got to be able to sell success. So how far you got to go back to sell success? Are you selling it through the coach? Or are you selling it through the program?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you go back, you're talking what, Houston Nutt?
God, that's 30 years ago.
I'm just saying.
It was.
Just saying. I mean, how far are you going back?
Yeah. Him, Petrino. Petrino was good.
Yeah,
like 2010s.
But he was when like when going to the championship game or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Houston Nutt did.
Yeah. So at least 15 years ago.
Right. So are you selling the success of the program to the players, or are you selling success for the coach? Now, if you're selling success for the coach,
that'd be easier.
Yeah, it'd be easier to get players back in there and flip that team over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, you can have all the money you like, but if you don't have the right guy in the position,
it really don't matter.
You just throwing money.
Burn it in the trash can out back. You are. So yeah, I think that'd be. All of them are going to have struggles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one, the schedule is really tough. It is. I think a lot of them too can win games that they probably ain't supposed to.
Yeah.
I think they're that kind of coach as well. It's going to be really difficult, but hey, if it was easy, they wouldn't pay you as much. You know what I'm saying?
If it was easy, they wouldn't have as much turnover they have.
Exactly. The other guy would have still been here if it was just easy to come in and win these games at these schools. I think a lot of them have a lot of good resources. I think all of them have fan backing. They do 100%. I mean, the stadiums are full every Saturday. So the fans will back them. Facilities, probably some are a little ahead of others. They are, but I think everybody knows in that conference, you have to commit the money if you want to win. Because if you don't, you're not going to win. It's just plain and simple. It is. So I think it's going to be interesting for him. I do. I think it'll be really good.
It will be.
It will be coming up.
Like I said, if you can convince your players, that they have a chance. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna treat it just like any other game. Because there are a lot of those teams, I think, the players will. They'll just we got. For the most part, Arkansas won't be scheduled on most people's schedule.
Exactly. I mean, they didn't win an SEC game last year.
Yeah.
They didn't, and they got the brakes beat off of them by Notre Dame at home.
Right.
They did. So
but if you come out and you start hitting people in the mouth, you get their attention.
Oh, most definitely.
Most
definitely.
But that's the thing with him. Like I said, this year, I hate to, put him in this category, but it's kind of one of those one-off seasons that they kind of give you that season. They kind of get your program up and running, get your players in there, blah blah blah. Because always You don't have your players. So sometimes year one, you can't get your players.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Mm-mm.
but
And sometimes you're handcuffed with the players that you have already in place.
Yeah, but
They don't want to leave.
yeah, but also with him, James Madison, right?
What's that?
Where did Silverfield come from?
Silverfield. That's a good question.
Was it Memphis?
Yeah. He was
Memphis?
at Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was at Memphis.
Yeah, so sometimes some of these coaches, it depends on when they're hired also. And they're kind of behind the eight ball when they're, when they actually get the job.
Yeah.
So now you got to come in and try to convince people, try to retain, because if that head coach is fired during the season, or you have an intern, and then it takes a moment to hire a coach, well, those players that you had, they're already being coached. It's on your roster.
Yep.
So they're out of it. So now you got to try to come in and try to retain them, convince them to stay. Behind the eight ball, you're probably gonna lose some.
Yeah.
Probably gonna bring a few with you, and now you got to try to hit the portal.
Yeah.
As far as recruiting, you're already behind.
Yep.
In a league like that. So, like I said, that first year, a lot of times it's kind of tough for coaches, but you do the best you can, and then you work yourself through that season as far as recruiting, and then trying to work that portal and retaining some of those players for next year.
Yep, that is so true. It is. So I think that'll pretty much wrap up this episode that we got. I think we had a pretty good episode coming back. It's Memorial Day, everybody. Enjoy Memorial Day out there, barbecuing and everything else, hanging out with the family and enjoying the day off if you can get it. Because, man, we needed this time off, Taz. But that's another topic offline. But so, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Like I said, talk about some coaches on the hot seat coming into this year, got some pressure. We won't call it hot seat. We'll say they have pressure.
Right.
Because pressure can either bust pipes or make diamonds. It's going to do one of the two. It will. So with all that being said, Ted, you got anything for the people?
No. Looking forward to the season. Looking forward to speaking to you guys soon and giving some more updates.
Oh, yeah. And this is a new thing we're doing. Like I said, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, do all that, follow us, all this stuff. It's supposed to make some shorts that'll be out as well and everything else. So just be sure to check that out. And I hope everybody liked it. This is something new we're going to do, trying to expand it and everything. So we'll continuously have these topics. We'll do some more live ones. This one wasn't live because we had to try to make sure we figured everything out and kind of work out some of the kinks being new. But be sure to check us out. We'll be able to keep updates going and we'll keep it all going. So until next time, everybody. We're counting it down. We're down to, I think, 15 weeks, less than 100 days, 95 days, 96 days right now. So we're right around the corner. We're getting there. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Hey, college football Sunday with Steve Matt and Taz. Talking like we're legends in the student section stands. Same old couch, same cheap snacks, same bold bets we never track. Yeah, life hits different when the squad comes back. College football Sunday with Steve, Matt, and Taz.